often?
I really don't know the answer to that. It should. We should be shouting from the rooftops that modern day slavery exists and that there are more entrapped in this horrible predicament, that this heinous institution than have ever lived in modern times. I mean, this is one of those true human rights atrocities that people should all know about, should be screaming about, and yet, as you hinted at, not very many people do, and many other things seem to dominate the news media. And I'm glad you led with all the work that this administration has done and that our president has done to combat this evil, because he won't get credit from many media outlets, but it's been impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because it's one of those things. Obviously, you know, no member of Congress wants to turn their nose up at a piece of legislation that deals with this. That's why these things get through Congress when nothing else will. But when it comes to an election year, only one party really seems willing to brag about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I want to say up front, this is not, fighting human trafficking is not a liberal, conservative, or Republican, Democrat issue. It's a humanitarian issue. But how amazing is it that our Republican president has been the one taking a lead, not just here in the United States, but globally. These hundreds of millions of dollars have been deployed not just for fighting this domestically, but to help empower our friends and our allies. And that really has to be the approach, because it's the fastest growing crime worldwide.
And I said brag about it. That's probably not the best choice of words, but at least tout that this effort is underway. And, you know, out of the statistics that are out there, there's an estimated 400,000 missing children right now here in this country. What additional measures need to be done? What is President Trump working on right now? What are you working on, General, to make sure that, you know, more of these kids come home to where they belong?
Well, there's so many facets of how we can attack this. And the White House, one of the things they've done is appointed a person who's in charge. She's amazing. She has a lot of history. She's, if you'll excuse the term, the lead in combating human trafficking. Some say the czar, but no other administration's ever done that. And she marshals all of the resources of the many different parts of the cabinet and agencies. And it's to raise awareness. It's to pass better legislation to empower victims and survivors. It's to give resources to law enforcement to investigate and prosecute these cases. And then it's to provide much needed resources on the back end for healing, for training, to get job skills and education, and mental and emotional support for the survivors. All of these things are what the administration has been doing and hope will continue to do in a second term. I'm confident they will. It's been truly amazing to have support, so much support from the White House on a very personal basis. The president takes a personal interest. Advisor Trump, Ivanka Trump, also a tremendous advocate and warrior, as I referenced in the speech.
Right? No, it's just, you know.